Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to another stream. My name is your SimCFI and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Today we're going to be taking a look at the A350 by AnyBuilds, and I haven't flown this airplane since the recent update that came out for it. I guess I'm a little late to the party, but we're going to be taking it down from Minneapolis to Detroit, which is actually a railroad route. We'll be operating Delta 103. We're at gate, Gulf 6, I believe. We are on VATSIM, but I don't believe anybody's online just yet, so hopefully we get someone online at least in Detroit would be kind of cool, but we'll take a look. So I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. If you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to check out the description down below. Tons of discount codes you guys can check out. You can just save some money if you're going to buy stuff on Contrail. If you're looking to buy a Pimax VR headset, we'll have more with Pimax actually coming up shortly. But we have a discount code for them as well, Topi Eye Tracker, and a bunch of other cool stuff, plus affiliate links if you want to support the channel. It's all in the description, so I really appreciate you guys who use those links. You guys killed the Contrail link in the during the Christmas time, so I appreciate that. Anyways, today, as I said, taking the A350 down, and appreciate all you guys stopping in chat. We already got 9 of you in here, so really appreciate all you guys stopping in and watching. If you guys are going to fly with me as well, again, we are on VATSIM, so feel free. And yeah, you can spawn with anything you like, but we'll take the A350. So I'm changing some settings, and I'm hoping that everything's going to go quite well for us this stream and keep it all smooth. The 350 is quite a heavy bird. Don't worry about that. But so on performance, heavy physically and heavy on performance. So we're going to see if how it runs. We are using DLSS 4.5, so hopefully that works quite well for us as well. But yeah, looking good. Let's go ahead and jump in the flight deck. We have our chase plane running as well, so we'll be able to jump around different views and stuff. So far, Chris says he literally just flew this route. Well, hopefully you can come fly with us again. And yeah. Keith, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thank you. United Rampy, hey, welcome. Thank you for joining the Jumpsuiter Club. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I really appreciate all you members, and you should have exclusive access to our emojis now. So on takeoff, you have the Flex Toga, and on landing, you got some butter emojis you can use. So appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you for the support. We'll be taking. Yeah, I haven't really flown the 350 in a while, so you might have to bear with me, but we'll get started as we go. There's more Rider coming in. Look who's here. You gonna bring your 747? Come on, man. We're at your airport. No worries. Hope you're well. Yeah, I hope you're well as well. And I saw that stream. It was a good landing. We are using the Rosefire 107 overhead panel. And it's not really meant for an A350, but we're going to try it out, and hopefully this works. So I'm going to select the IRSs. Oh, that works. Okay, good. Nav. You're supposed to wait till the on-bat leaves, but I'm going to do them all at once. Looking like our crew supply is already turned on. I don't know why our squibs are... I don't really want to press that. That's our fire squibs for the extinguisher. I'm not gonna press those, but I don't think they should be lit up. But anyways, all our fuel tanks are all in the auto position. That one should be, there we go, auto. So sorry, all the fuel tanks are in all the pumps are in the off position, but the center tank should be in auto there for right now. The cross feed. Everything else is looking good. We can set our cross-bleed air to auto once the APU does fire up. Coming down here for the lights, we have our logo lights to number 2 in auto. Everything else is off. It's kind of where we need to be right now. APU's offline, the seatbelts are off, the no smoking sign is on. And that's sorry, I'm using an overhead panel. That smoking sign was... Oh, it does both. Okay, I see. And emergency lights we can set to arm. There we go. That's the overhead panel basically all set up. It's a pretty simple overhead panel to set up. So we'll go down here to the FMS. Universe, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. That means a lot, man. Yeah, of course. For sure. Hopefully you stream again soon. When you're less busy, let us know what settings you decided to go with, and of course choosing a heavy bird. Yeah, we went basically with medium everything. is basically what I have to run for streaming to work. Maybe bring the 727. That's an awesome bird too. I got to get back into that thing. I've yet to go back into it since the update. But I am making a video. I'm actually making a video right now, guys, for the brand new Flight Sim user. It's going to be an ultimate Flight Sim guide of, we're going to talk about settings, how to install the sim, VAT sim, sim brief, and all that kind of stuff. So we will be talking about that. It looks like the airport scenery didn't fully install properly. You can see there's like a gate that's just in there. I mean, it looks like it installed. I might have to go and check the, it might have the Minneapolis scenery over top the default Minneapolis scenery. I might have to go check that, but anyways, let's keep on going here. So we'll go down here to the FMS, and again, you have to bear with me here as I haven't used this FMS in quite a while. So we're gonna go to this button and we're gonna press init, mate. Company flight plan request. iBest FS 2020 finally ported everything over 24 yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I deleted 2020. I got rid of that a while ago. Received. We'll insert that. All right, Delta 103, Minneapolis, Detroit, Cleveland's the alternate. 410 on the cruise. Costing us of 49. That's looking good. We're going to click the departure button here. Let's check the database, clear all that. Let's see. There's no AP. Sorry, not AP. There's no ATIS today. So I'm just going to check Navigraph for the current weather. They're using Real World. They're departing on 30 left and 30 right. 30 left is a pretty quick taxi, so I'll just take 30 right here. There you go. 30 left is the one I want. The SID is going to be the count, or not the count, but Codal 7. And the transition, let's make sure it is that, is DLL. I'll enter that in there. So 30 left, count 7, DLL transition. We'll add that to temporary flight plan. We'll insert that to the flight plan. Then I will select Detroit down here. And in Detroit, the weather over there, they are using the 21 left, 22 right. From memory, I gotta remember what they use over there. It's more likely for me to get. I'll probably get 21 left. So I'm gonna assume for 21 left. There's no ATC there, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just do it myself. We'll grab it an ILS. It's gonna be via. Let's see here. Actually, we won't select the via. We'll do a star. And I can't read that star. RKACTY. Ricky? Rickety? I don't know. There's probably a way to pronounce that, but I'm not doing it properly. And it'll be via the Porzel transition. We'll go ahead and insert. Let's actually quickly see if there's a. Let's quickly see if there's a V on the approach I can use. 2-1 left. Nah, it's okay. We'll leave it vectored for now. Temporary flight plan. We'll insert that into the flight plan. And we have our route here. I'm going to delete this. Make sure that all works. Yep. Yeah, it's basically SID into a star, so that's all we're going to be doing with that today. Awesome. Sorry, I got to change my sound settings here. I don't know if you guys are hearing that sound switching on and off. Been thinking of getting the Learjet, but been considering looking for 24, but I don't know. Yeah, I have no experience in the Learjet. I do have the Citation 750. That's a really good airplane. I know they had to fix the rudder on that. That rudder felt really, really strange on the Citations, on the 750. But other than that, I say go for it, man. Go for it. All right, with that all plugged up, let's go ahead and see what we can do over here. So we'll press this button there, and we are going to press load sheet. We are going to... I think we're already loading with GSX, if I'm not mistaken. So they got a zero fuel weight currently of 30... Thank you. I might just do it instantly, to be honest, actually. Just for time's sake. We're just going to press sim brief import. I think we're actually loading currently. Alright, we'll let it slowly fill up. We'll see where we go here. We should be expecting, though, a zero fuel weight of 362. Okay, that's already matching. And the fuel should be 27.1. That's what it says there. And that's what we got there, 26.5. They've actually underfueled this by about 600 pounds. Should be 27.1. But maybe they're that's why they called the fuel truck. So they're gonna get one over here. Activate services at Terminal 1. Sure. Do I press that? No, I guess I don't. Alright, let's get some takeoff stuff out of the way. Takeoff performance. Let's sync all this. Awesome. They got 30 left. Perfect. We'll sync the weather. It is dry. Anti-ice will be off. Let's make sure the flight plan there. I believe, though, it's nothing going on outside. Yes, everything looks good. Pounds, inch, feet will compute. And you can see we've been given a V1 at 135, 136 rotate, 141. It's quite fantastic of how slow this airplane can take off at with what at the size of it is. It's pretty impressive. These are like CRJ numbers. Flap 1 only, and it'll be a flex of 62, and that'll be our trim setting there for later. That'll go right here. Awesome. We can send this all to the FMS, so it gets sent by itself. We can go check that by clicking, I believe it's perf, and I can press confirm. 35, 36, 41. Flex of 62. The anti-ice off, packs on with the trim, flap 1. So that's all been set properly. Alright, we're going to press this button and go to serve. And we're not going to do the squawk just yet, but we're going to come back in here to turn the transponder on. That's where we do this. Cool. Now I'm trying to find... Oh, there it is. Secondary flight plan. Second one. Let's copy... There we go. And just so we have it... Oh, what's a what if button? Oh, what? That's kind of cool. What if engine out? That's actually a really cool feature. They got it too easy in these freaking heavies, man. Anyways, we'll leave that on that page. That should be good to go. We'll leave it over here. And now we are just waiting for loading. The passengers and FAs will probably start complaining about some sort of temperature problem. So we do want to start the APU. APU EMR shutdown. Master switch off. Alright, well, let's turn that back off. Did I click something I wasn't supposed to up here? I think what happened is when I these pulled? No. When I turned on my A107 panel, I'm just hoping it didn't pull any of these. Those aren't pulled, right? I don't believe so, because then this wouldn't go back down. Oh, they are all pulled. That's why the squibs are all activated. There we go. Hopefully that all still works. Yeah, so I have an overhead panel, and I guess those switches were pulled. They don't look like they're pulled, but it looks like they were. So hopefully everything works, and I don't have to restart anything there, because that'll be quite annoying. You'd like to get 2-2 right with the Ricky? Oh, okay, we can switch that up. 24 good now, or is still tons of issues? It's good, but depending on your computer, you will have to do a bunch of setting changes. Now, off stream, I can run this in high to ultra settings, no problem. TA or DLSS, no problem. On stream, I need to run basically medium everything. It just hits my processor so hard. Let's go ahead and change this. So. Rob is saying it's most likely to get runway 22 right. Can I scroll? Oh. There it is, 22 right. Take the ILS, probably the Zulu, but let's quickly go check. Yeah, Zulu works for me just fine. Via Valley is part of the star, so we'll add that in there. It'll be the Ricky. And Porzel. We'll insert all that. Awesome. Let's insert that. Sweet. Now we're all good to go. Thanks, Rob. You can see I got the views working quite well. Now, we are using DLSS 4.5. And the problem with DLSS is you're going to see these engine fan blades. They won't be as smooth as TAA. They might look a little choppy. So if you're going to fly the 350 and you're not streaming, try to use TA as much as possible to get better engine fan modeling. If you don't care about that, then run TLA. Simblitz, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Good day to you. Hope you're doing well. Guys, go check out Simblitz's channel as well if you guys haven't checked it already. Ian says, afternoon, how goes it? I'm not too bad, Ian. How are yourself? Let's go and set up our autopilot panel. We're still waiting on the boarding anyways, so we'll be here for a little bit. It's almost a full flight going out. So we're taking runway, what is this, 30 left. And we are cleared up to 7,000 feet, jet aircraft are. It's twisting it, but not doing anything. Did I have a Wasm crash? I think I literally just had a Wasm crash. No, this works. I think I had a Wasm crash. But that works. Does this still work here? This has gotten very laggy. Alright, I don't really know what's happening with that. We're going to do a restart. First one of the night. And I'm not going to use GSX. I'm just going to load up. We'll get ready to push in. Like you can put a timer on. We'll be ready in 3 minutes. So don't worry, guys. We'll be very, very back on course here. She's 017. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Doing good, buddy. How you been, mate? Not too bad. Hope you're keeping well. We've all got the flu here, but recovering otherwise good. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I got sick for a month. It was terrible. It is odd, Sim. I don't know. You need to upgrade your PC? I don't know if I can. I mean, I can upgrade more. I have a 5080. You want me to get a 5090? If you'd like to pay for it, I'm all down for it. All right, while we're out here, let's get rid of the pitot covers. Let's get rid of the engine covers. I'm thinking this was the classic A350 any builds problem. There you go. See, now this works, no problem. What we're going to do really quickly is we are going to put all these back on here. Let's just go ahead and start the APU to start with, because we're going to be pushing back out of here very quickly. And we're going to press the start button. Alrighty. Let's just go do this very quick. So, clear all this, clear all that. Flight plan. Flight plan. No, I need init. Request. It's not the PC though, because everything else works just fine. We'll clear all that. We'll press flight plan here. Minneapolis, departure. Runway, we're taking 30 left. And the SIDS count 7, transition DLL, insert that. Over to Detroit. It's 22 right. Please. Please. I think I would hate having a mouse. Let me just press the button. 22 right, the ILS Zulu via Valley. Star was the Ricky 7. Or Ricky 2. And Porzel. Insert that. Make sure we can just clear this discount there. And that's all cleared up. We can go back here. And press our takeoff performance. Actually, before we do that, let's press load sheet. Simp brief import. Set 0 fuel weight, set fuel, instant refuel. So we should start getting fuel 27,160. There we go, 27,2. Perfect. Takeoff performance. We are going to sync the FMS. We are going to sync the weather. And we'll compute that once again. We'll send that to the FMS again. I'm just going to go ahead and press prepare for pushback. And the APU is online and working. We can select the APU bleed on. Our fuel pumps can be selected on. Now we're going to wait on the beacon, but our seatbelts can go on. No smoking's on. Emergency lights are armed. There we go. And we just got to wait for the INS or the IRS, and then we'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and set up our autopilot panel again. Let's try this again. 7,000 feet. Perfect. We'll select the flight directors on. We'll have the managed speed, if it lets me do it. Oh, I know why it's not letting me do it. Let's go down here. Go back to performance, and we will confirm that in there. Sweet, 35, 36, 41. That matches earlier. Secondary flight plan, second. Let's go ahead and import the active. There we go. So we have that ready to go just in case we need it. We'll leave that on the flight plan page. IRSs are coming up. Manage 7,000. I don't care about VORs. I don't care about that. Actually, I'll leave it. Sure, VOR, turn off, off. I might have a button pressed here. There we go. Don't care about those. I do want constraints, so we'll put constraints on. And the altimeter setting, we'll press the B button, it'll set it for us. Let's go and make that inches of mercury as we are in the United States. 2961, 2961, 2961 is 1003 as well. We're all good over there. Let's go here, and we will disconnect the ground power. I think it already did. Actually, it didn't. Let's go ahead and turn off our external power. There you go. They go to available, and we can go ahead and disconnect the GPU. Make sure the parking brake is on there. Park brake on. We can disconnect the chocks. Oh, we gotta do it through here. GSX menu. Go away. Prepare for pushback. Please work, GSX. I'll just use the built-in pushback if I need to. Nope, don't do that. Let's go ahead and get the CTAF frequency. .CTAF KMSP. It's 26.7. 1267. Perfect. We'll throw that over there. I'm wondering why it won't let me do it. Well, let's go ahead and turn this off from in there. We'll just use the menu as usual. No icing effect. All right, let's check our doors. They are all closed and armed. And we're just going to wait on GSX for the time being. Got a load sheet. Where does that go? Oh, there it goes. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. You get like a TLR. You get a takeoff. So it'll be, there's a takeoff weight, CG. Flex 62, flap 1, 35, 36, 41. Thrust reduction altitude is 1822. And the engine node acceleration is also 1822. 2961 is what it's based off. That's pretty cool, and that's what the wind it's based off of too. That's pretty sweet. I actually really like that. That's what we use, not this format, but I have in the CRJ we use, it's called a TLR for us, takeoff landing report, from the ACARS. That's what we got going on.
Minneapolis traffic, good day, 214 heavy, 10-mile final, ILS runway 30 left, Minneapolis.
Hey, Detroit's dot windows so unnecessary? Dot windows. What do you mean? You're running DDR4, DDR5, so if I have 32 gigs DDR4, I just tried turning rebar off last night. Frontsies, wow, significant difference, view changing. I'm using 64 gigs of DDR5. This PC's brand new. I've had this for about a year or two. The graphics card's about 5 months old, so it's a 14th gen i7 700K, the 5080 RTX 5080 with 64 gigs of DDR5 Corsair Vengeance at 6400 is the clock. Speaking of Delta, they just bought 30 787-10s. Really? That's interesting. That's an interesting choice for them to buy that.
Yeah, Southwest 153 Dispatcher. Staying in Hotel 12.
It's too bad we can't get some ATC online today. I don't think this airplane's supposed to be this close to the gate, to the building. But we're going to go with it. This guy's very good at his job. Look at him. He's just squeezed himself in there. And we're going to push nose to the right. Let me just make sure of that. I'm 96% sure. Yes, nose to the right. Alright, before we release the parking brakes, let's come up here. We're going to select the beacon light on. The fuel pumps are already turned on. We'll come down here to the transponder. Oh no, that's in the FMS cell. Go here, this one, serve. We can turn that on. We're just squawking 2000 for the time being. And now we can go ahead and release the parking brake. There is no icing conditions.
214 heavy, 5-mile final.
It used to be if you had the current gen GPU, you were Mr. Rich, but now if you've got more than 30 gigs of DDR5 RAM, you're loaded. Yeah, funny story, Simblets. I have a broken pair of 64 gigs of DDR5, and I'm actually getting that RMA'd from Corsair. So I'll be getting a brand new set of 64 gigs DDR5. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 103 pushing gate Gulf 6 facing east. Mini. This is the Flight Beam Minneapolis, guys. A fantastic scenery by Flight Beam, if I don't say so myself. Pretty good on performance. Sorry for the delay. I remember you had it rough. The flight to Quebec made me want to send you some Buckleys. yeah. That was that time, but now we're much better. Probably means they are gonna retire 6.7. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, 6.7 is quite up there in this age, isn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and go to our start switch into the start position. And I don't know if they start number 2 or 1 on the Airbus 350, but we're gonna start number 1. We'll keep it like a 320, I guess. And we'll start number 1. Finally found the view for you. 128 gigs then? NASA called. They need your computer back. I might sell the other 64 gigs. And then I'll sell that. I'll sell my GPU and buy a 5090 is probably what I'm going to go for.
Minneapolis traffic, Southwest 153, from taxi, runway 30 via Delta Whiskey.
This isn't looking too good. Now what's wrong? I mean, it's an Airbus. It kind of does everything for you. Shouldn't have to do that. Here's the fuel flow. I guess it just takes eons. I don't know.
Northwest 534, pushing back, gate Charlie 12.
That seems wrong to me. Seems like a hung star, personally. Can do that. I had this issue before. It's almost like I have, like, mixture bound or something, and the engine isn't allowed to come up or something like that. Because you can see the N2 is barely rising. I said it will replace the 76, but Delta said it would serve Transatlantic South American routes. Interesting. On anyone running DDR4 should try radar or rebar off. Makes my Ram Hog iFly Max my fave again next to the CRJ. Nice, nice, nice.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1031 lining up. Runway 30 left.
Is he aborting a takeoff? Or did he land there? Something's definitely wrong here. Cough, Lord. Axis and O's. No, Rob, we're not doing Axis and O's. I refuse. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to shut down number 1. We're going to go to my controls and make sure I have nothing mapped to mixture in any sort. So let's just type mixture. Okay, nothing is set to the throttle. Nothing is set there. This is sometimes a bug more with the RJ than it would be at this, but... Don't know why this wouldn't be working as it is in Airbus. I had this bug before, though, and I don't know why it happens. This shouldn't do anything. I was able to port all my bindings. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet.
Minneapolis
I
traffic,
wonder if it
United
doesn't
214
like
heavy, clear runway 30 left at
me
Charlie.
using the Winwing. Let me just maybe manually click it. We'll click number 2. See, that's coming up a lot quicker. Maybe it doesn't like me using my Winwing Ursa Minor to do that. It seems kind of strange, but we'll go with it. We'll tell, I think that's fine. You can leave. Yeah, see, this one's starting up.
Delta 1031 taking off runway 30 left, R9 we're going to depart.
Is there enough bleed air pressure to start? Yeah, the A350 is all automatic, right? So bleed air should be all automatic to transfer over. And number 2 is starting just fine. It's not like a 3.7. It's actually very CRJ in that style. So I shouldn't have to click this into auto and norm. It's all automatic APU bleed. So 2 is coming up just fine. I had this problem before with number 1, and I don't know what it is. There's something either binded, or it just does not like it. I'm not sure. You can see what I'm talking about, though. In the DLSS, the fan blades don't look as good as they do on the... TA. So we'll click number 1. I think what it is, I think literally it doesn't like me using my Winwing for it. I think that's actually what it is. Or my wing control panel, because now it's starting up just fine. I hope. Yeah, N2's 18%, so we're good. We're holding up a Delta, or a United, but that's fine. If we're holding up like a CRJ, then I'd move out of the way. But if it's just an 8.7, I don't care. I'm joking, guys.
Minneapolis traffic, southwest 13, immediate line up, taking off runway 30 left.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1031 passing through 4,200. We are clear runway 30 left, last stop.
Alright, there's the other engine coming up online. So what we can go ahead and do is we can select the APU bleed off. We can select the APU master switch off. We can come down here and select our spoilers to the arm position. Our flap number 1. Awesome sound. love the motor sound. Ready? I like when it cuts out. Meow. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do full left. Oh, wait. Is it working or not working? Not working. Great. More problems. More problems. Sorry, guys. We're professional here. You know how it is.
Many Northwest 534, taxi 30 right via Papa.
All right, full left. Should have the flight control page up. Full right. Those spoilers take a long time. Full up. Full down. Awesome. We're going to disconnect our rudder from the tiller. Full left. Full right. Reselect the tiller back. Close the flight control page. And an auto brake of maximum. Awesome. We'll go park and brake off. Taxi light on. And we are good to go. Picking up this traffic. Delta 103, taxiing runway 30 left via Bravo, Mini. I guess it's via Alpha. But whatever. This one. Oh, I'm definitely having to make an adjustment. Once I get short of the runway, my pedals are so sensitive. We're going to come down here, guys, and we're going to press our takeoff config button there. Normal, just waiting on the cabin, so there's no rush to get over there quickly. This airplane's beautiful, though. I'd love to fly this in real life. This is gorgeous. Imagine going from a CRJ to an A350. Better yet, imagine going from a 172 to an A350. I think they do that in Europe. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's sim, dude. The sounds are great. So it looks like, it seems like starting with the switches inside works just fine. Let's put that back to norm. That's my mistake there. But starting with the wing control Ursa Minor throttle, it did not like that. So we'll use the switches from now on, I guess. Don't know why that wouldn't work, but it just doesn't work. So. All right, let's see if that person's still behind me. No, he went to our gate, so I'm going to slow down just a wee bit. And we're going to set our controls here. Controls, let's get the rudder. Nope. Too many things. This one. This one, this one. Let's go ahead and bring that way down because the rudder is crazy sensitive. Call it 350. There we go. Yep. There we go. That's a little better. Appreciate all you guys jumping in. Press the like button as well. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. And we got one more subscriber, so appreciate you, up to 14,771. By the way, guys, I had a Moza video on the AY210 yoke, which recently blew up. I don't know why, but it was from 8,000 views to 90,000 views. And you guys are killing it over there, so thank you so much for that. You plan to de-ice? No, there's no reason to de-ice. The only reason you have to de-ice in this type of weather, if the airplane came in before you picked up some ice in the cloud, but there's no active precip, the clouds are way up, there's no fog or freezing fog, there's nothing like that, so no de-icing is required at all. Save the company some money today. I literally just did this route an hour ago. You should come back with us, Chris. Bit of shimmering in the building behind us. That's okay, I guess. Oh, let's not do that. I was too busy looking how nice it is. By the way, do you know why Winwing throttle has taken 1 month to get here? They're probably out of stock. All right, let's go ahead and say we're going to line up. Our cabin is ready. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 103, lining up runway 30 left, Alpha 1. What now? Why aren't we moving now? Oh, hey. There we go. Maybe I'm on like a hill or something. Alright, let's get the landing lights on. Nose light on as well. Strobe lights on. What a gorgeous airplane.
Northwest 534, departing runway 30 right, Vinny.
So with your AY210 videos, sometimes the star align, well deserved. It's a good video. Thanks, appreciate that, Semblance. Well, where you just needed more. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's quite realistic, to be honest with you. But apparently, we need a lot more. That doesn't seem right to me, but sure, we'll go with it. I was almost like 60 and 1 to get moving. That was probably one of the worst lineups I've ever done. Well, actually, it wasn't too bad. Alright guys, you ready to go? Get those flex emojis in chat. We're gonna go ahead and get 50 on the N1. Flex. Fantastic. 80 knots, check man, flex express runway, auto thrust blue. Up the traffic, Delta 103's on the roll, 30 left. There's V1, rotate. And the gear up. Wow, that was bang on. Look at that. That's pretty good. Alright, thrust lever climb. Before I go to climb, I'm going to nose the aircraft down just a little bit. And now I'm going to select the climb as we're having an acceleration force there. Oh, that is my fault. I always forget that TCAS, but we're going to fly the airplane first. We'll sort the TCAS problem out. I should be able to do it now. Serve... And where is it? TARA. Alright, let's get a cool view for these beautiful flap sounds.
Vinny traffic Northwest 534, right turn out to the north, Vinny.
Delta's going... I'm going to wait for the flap sounds. They're so good. Beautiful sounds. Let's get the engine anti-ice on. Alright, we're going to select our autopilot 1, and we're going to go down here and go to direct. If I can find where that button is, we're just going to do it here, direct. And we'll go Kutel. Go ahead and insert that. Thrust, derate, climb, nav. And we're going to give ourselves a higher altitude. Let's go all the way to 41,000. There's no one here to tell us otherwise, so... Got the traffic, it's Delta 103, 5,000, climbing flight level 410, north of the field, 5 miles, and we're turning back southbound. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch over to 1220. You can see a little bit of the blurring, but if I zoom in, that blurring goes away with the LSS 4.5. We're still testing 4.5. I don't know if I'm going to stay in it forever, but so far it's actually not too bad. Let's go ahead here and turn our runway turn off and nose lights off, or wing light. I guess it's wing. I have the overhead panel. It's mapped differently, but yeah, nose light off. And then we can go and disarm our spoiler. And everything's looking good. We just have the wing anti-ice on. Seatbelt, no smoking, no mobiles. It's kind of funny they put a no smoking in an airplane like this new. I mean, no smoking's quite a given. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. You get a call sign and everything. That looks like an F-117, but... Man, we are rocketing up. 2,700 a minute. You might put laying in bed. No worries, Chris. By the way, do you know why my... Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Beautiful breakout there. Wrong side. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I find it's great for VR, but if I'm not using OBS, TA all the way, unless flying the Flyboy 380. Yeah, exactly. TA does look better, but with 4.5, I will be honest, 4.5 has really good looking, the shadows, the reflections with DLSS actually look better than in TAA. The problem is the screens, but with 4.5, you're not getting really a lot of that blurring anymore. So I'd say give it a try, Sim. Make sure to go to 4.5 though. All right, we're out of the soup. There's no ice detected. We can go and select our engine and our 2 engines off. There we go. Thought I put that in. There we go. Back to auto. Yeah, it's been pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and then let the flight attendants go. Hey, say welcome. 350 is the arch nemesis to the CRJ 900. Yeah, it is. You have way way different levels of automation in both. Oi, Mr. Boeing, is an Airbus weird? No. Hey, Taco, thanks for stopping by, my friend. How's the instructing going? Hopefully you're still enjoying it. Dude, this thing goes, man. This is a fast airplane. For how big it is, I mean, look at the, like, in RJ land, our max speed would be like 335. I see a red line around there. But this thing's still, like, you can still keep going if you wanted to. 2,000 a minute, passing 14 grand. I don't know if that's replicant of the real thing. Just a little bit of light chops. We'll wait a little bit and then we'll get the belts off. Can anyone tell me why this ground thing keeps blinking at me? What's cold weather accumulation? I probably shouldn't do that in the air. Let's just leave that off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Maybe that'll get rid of it. Stop. I keep clicking like zoom, and zoom like does different stuff. Okay, we'll go and clear that. If I can. I guess I can't, but we're not overspeeding, so there you go. Yeah, I actually really like being able to select the different positions with the scroll wheel, but as I'm trying to zoom, if I'm zooming over a knob, it just clicks it and you have no idea what you've just clicked. But hopefully that doesn't impact us too much. Captain Minnesota, hey, welcome. Forgot you were streaming. I was Southwest departing in Minneapolis. Hey, no worries, my friend. Thanks for coming in and flying out of Minneapolis there. Hope you're doing well. How's your flight going? Actually, where are you going to? Sharp Flights, welcome. I see you were in the favorite Airbus. Dude, this is an awesome Airbus. This is probably the Airbus I'd want to fly if I had a choice. Other than the Concorde, which technically is an Airbus now. Instructing going well. Should be soloing first student sometime later this week. I'll be honest, I've never been so scared in aviation other than sending my first solo as an instructor. That was my very first, the very first one you send is, for me personally, was one of the scariest ones. I'm wondering why I can't get rid of this. The flaps are all zero. The gear is up. Don't know why we're getting that. Unless I clicked something I wasn't supposed to here. Wipers are off. That sound, man. Simba says, yep, and rockin' 4.5 is great outside the cockpit. It helps with the clouds blurring. Yeah, it does. Some of the rough edges. Even in the cockpit, it's great. Just prefer TA on glass displays. Yeah, TA does on the glass does look better for sure. I agree. I have a problem though now. Now that I'm on DLSS 4.5, my TSA run or my TAA mode runs like garbage. So I think I might have to. I think I might have to go back to the old one. Is the gear down? No, the gear is definitely, most definitely up. We'd be getting a lot more. If your gear was down, there'd be a giant red bar here. You wouldn't be able to go faster, right? Let's go standard on our altimeter settings there. Standard across the board. Do you have to have instructor hours to become a pilot? You don't have to have instructor hours, but it's a very good path to be. If you want to get into the airline world or into the corporate world, it's a very good path to build flight time and experience all at the same time while getting paid for it. So instructing is one of those jobs that it's a very good experience to get, and you can get that job with low flight hours is the big thing. So I recommend getting it. Oh, you know what? That is weird. Yeah, the handle is down, eh? My physical handle is up. Anyways, yeah, thanks for that. That's kind of weird. The handle's up. The airplane outside is up. There's no indications that it was down, except for the thing. I wonder if I scroll that again. Yeah, I just scrolled it by accident. That's what it was. Thanks, guys. No, we didn't. No, we didn't do that. It's just a. I don't think it would even warn you about that. They don't really care about that too much. But it was just because of the lever was down. But my physical handle was up. It's anytime I zoom, anytime I look around and I zoom, like let's say I want to zoom out, like I'll zoom out, but it scrolls it. See how I just scrolled it? So you have to be careful what you're scrolling on top of. Okay, thanks. That's what my cousin is doing. Yeah, instructing is a very good path. That's the path I did. Only because you did it many times? Yeah. I think it might be because I'm on legacy settings of the click spots. But anyways, it's been pretty smooth for the time being. So let's go ahead and do belts auto, or belts off here. Yeah, belts auto. Should work just fine. Let's see. We're going to get there at 1944 sim time. Or would I put a clock if I was Airbus? Right there. That's probably actually the time to get to this waypoint. There it is, 1843. So, yeah, about an hour. Pretty good. Simba says, quick question. Can you feel feedback through a tiller steering in real aircraft? Would there be a big reason for a force feedback tiller steering product? So I'm a FO, so we don't taxi. There's no tiller even on our side. From the sim we train on the tiller, you don't feel anything. But you'd probably feel a little bit of resistance. But it is hydraulically actuated gear at 3,000 PSI. So the answer is I can't tell you for sure. But I would expect there'd be some sort. You'd feel obviously vibration, and you might feel a little jolt if you hit like a bump with it or something like that. But I couldn't tell you. I've never steered. Rob has though. If More Right Rudder is here, he was on the RJ as a training captain, so he can answer that question for sure for you. But in the sims we train on, the tiller has absolutely no feel on it. But I would imagine in real world there's a bit on there. That's a good question, though. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, see those fuzzies popping up? That's all DLSS. So we might be going back to TAA, but for now I'm not going to change anything. We're gonna complete this flight, and then the next time we fly, I'll do some setting stuff. Okay, I wouldn't have thought you would feel much. Brand has emailed me about a product which is that. Just wasn't sure if there was a big reason for it. Yeah, I mean, it's probably cool, like if you feel a little vibration, or if you're turning and you hit like a bump. I mean, it's not more or less the tiller being affected, but the entire airplane would feel a bump, I guess. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. Got another subscriber. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I just realized that wasn't on the screen. So there you go. That's on the right-hand side of the screen now. I need a tiller so badly though. Simblets, send me their email. I need a tiller badly, man. I hate steering with my rudder pedals. I'm gonna go get a quick drink of water here, guys. I'll put this. What's really cool is I'll leave it on cinematic, and we'll leave it like that for the time being. Alright, I'm back. Also, guys, be sure to let me know if the sim is too loud, if my mic is too loud. Please tell me that. I had a new mic installed, so you let me know. Rob says, we taxi in the 742 on the FO side. You don't really feel bumps through the tiller. I think you could approximate the feel pretty closely with a very heavy spring and heavy dampening without having full force feedback. Sounds good. Yeah, I can make sense, right? It's like a full hydraulic actuated nose gear, so that makes sense. Yeah, I'll shoot you DM on Discord in a minute. They're doing the rounds as well for grips on the AB9. Ooh, I have an AB6, but I'll take an AB9. I'm actually gonna get. You know what? I'm gonna message Aviation Bros. Aviation Bros. Not today, but makes usually a lot of my thumbnails and made the logo for the channel as well. And I'm gonna have him make an emoji with a phrase I usually say, and that's my approach setup, which is weather weights plates. So I'm gonna have him make that for our members here. You can also check out his channel. He does a lot of tutorials as well. Simplets come with 5 gifted memberships. You don't have to do that, my friend, but I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you guys got a membership from Mr. Simplets, do go check out his channel. Say thank you to him in the chat. And when you go check out his channel and go check out his live streams, tell him that your SimCFI sent you over there. Really appreciate that, my friend. If you guys got a membership from him, be sure to go subscribe to his channel and say thanks in chat there for him. I like how you gifted yourself a membership. That's kind of... Zebra got the butter. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. See what you did there? Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. We're working on a video, just in the editing phase right now. 2 videos, actually. One video on the wing control Orion 2, which is the throttle system I bought for DCS World. I've always wanted one of those. And we are partnered with Winwing, or Wing Control, but... They know I'm known for Microsoft, so they don't send me too many DCS products. But I bought their throttle because I've always really wanted one. It was on sale, and so I got it up. So we're going to be reviewing that shortly. It's really cool. I got the F15 package on it, and then we are also going to be reviewing, or not reviewing, but making a full flight sim guide. And it's not meant for people that have had sims before, but it's more meant like you just bought a computer or you've been watching flight sim videos and you want to get into it. So it's going to be a full sim guide on how to install it, where to buy it, my settings that I use on and off stream, general controls you're going to need, and some other stuff, some VATSIM stuff, SimBrief, talk about Navigraph a little bit. So we're going to be kind of a general guide on flight sim. So that should be coming up hopefully soon. I will be editing that shortly. Yeah, does that work? Yeah, I'm not sure. You got lucky. It's kind of cool we have the, it says the traffic right behind us. The cool thing about the Airbus, I think the 320 does this in real life as well. At least my buddy told me it does. It'll actually fly the traffic resolution from the TCAS. It'll fly the resolution by itself, which is pretty impressive. The RJ, we have to disconnect the autopilot and fly the traffic. So it says it climb. The Airbus will actually just climb for you. Nice, love seeing reviews. That's how I chose my mic and headphone setup. Saves me a lot of headaches searching for all over again. Yeah, I love watching reviews too. It's actually entertaining to me when you're like researching a product and you just start watching a bunch of stuff. Thanks, Timblitz. Appreciate it. How to deal with the bloom in 24? I'm finding it awful with lights. I use two things. One, I set my exposure. If you go to the graphic settings at the very top, put the exposure to -0.8. And the other thing I use is Rex Atmos. Right now, Rex Atmos is not running, but I'm going to turn it on. And let's see if you guys see a difference. Let me go outside, and we're going to turn on Rex Atmos and see if you guys spot the difference here. Change it in settings, exposure, but also, yeah, that's it, verbatim. Great minds think alike. So that's Rex Atmos off with the settings I have, and this is with it on. Now there's different presets you can do. You don't have to use these ones. I also have that one there. Makes it a little too blue for my liking. But tons of stuff you guys can do with Rex Atmos. Yeah, can you send me your profile Simblitz? Because I never can find good ones, but if you want to send me the ones you use, it'd be cool to check it out. Honestly though, the default sim doesn't look too bad either. I wish you can get rid of these like fuzzy peach clouds. But, you know, other than that, smile's better with the exposure turned down. Had Rex for 2020, but was debating picking up for 24. Yeah, in my opinion, it is good. It's not 100% necessary for 24 because it looks good out of the box, but it is still good. It probably was better in 2020 because it was like pretty dull looking. The other thing I do, guys, is on the NVIDIA. Let me pull it up here. The NVIDIA control panel. Something I recommend doing to make your sim look a lot better. Bring this up here. Go to adjust video or color settings. Make sure you have the monitor you're using. Then with NVIDIA settings, dynamic range to full. That makes the colors look a lot better, in my opinion as well. So I recommend doing that. And then in the display settings of your computer, make sure the color profile, there's something that's set to automatic. Just make sure it's set to not automatic, and it makes it look better. Local Aviator, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for subscribing as well. Most of the time I use the homepage top picks. I think at the moment it's AB series. Okay, let me give it a try. These are the AB ones. Look at that engine shake. Probably scares a lot of passengers, to be honest, when it looks like that. But Zebra says buttered. Another one from him. You can get rid of the fuzzy clouds in this user config 2020 by turning the film grain. Yeah, you can do that in 2020. I don't know if it's for 24. I have searched for that. I couldn't find it. All right, well, we've reached top of climb. We did that in, I don't know how long because I didn't start my timer. Oh, no, we did it in 24 minutes. And we're up here at, what's our fuel? We're at 17.9. So top of climb, supposed to do it in 20 minutes. We did it in 24, so we're 4 minutes late. That's fine. We are 400 pounds up on plan with 2,500 pounds up on minimum fuel. And the RVSM is checked, so we're all good at the top climb here. The belts are off at 41K. Did we do anything in here? Whoa! Don't mind if I diddly on do. Lid doesn't open? Oh, it's a complete refund. Can I hear it from over here? No, I can't hear the bathroom over there. Alright. What the heck is this screen do? We're gonna set up the approach here in a sec. Actually, I pretty much already did it, but I can't turn it on. Anyways, let's start setting up this approach. So, as you guys know, my approach setup is, it's always the same. It's weather, weights, plates. Mithun Matthews 7577 coming with a membership. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel, my friend. You were not greeted, but you will have access, that's the word I'm looking for, to the custom emojis and any custom videos we have for the chat or for the members only. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I hope you enjoy your time here and the videos. Real time looks nice right now, does it? Let's take a look. It's probably just pitch black, but... Oh, it does look nice. Oh my god, my speed. There we go. It does look really nice. Well, here, we'll put a poll in the chat, guys. You want real? It's gonna get darker. Yeah, let me put it here. What's the time do you guys want? Alright, poll started, guys. Go enter there. I also sent you a DM for later about the tiller stuff. Oh, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. I think I just got it here. Have to jump off for a bit. I'll be lurking. Cheers. No worries. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for the membership as well. Appreciate you. Let's turn all these down because they're quite bright now. Wish there was like a master brightness for all of them. That'd be kind of nice. One up RJ land. Team RJ. Light Shadow, welcome. Good afternoon, Spy. What's your call sign for the flight? Would like to follow on that sim radar. We are Delta 103, DAL 103. Thank you for stopping by. kind of surprising we have no ATC on right now. But anyways, let's start setting up this approach. So weather weights plates. Let's first get the weather over there in Detroit, Rock City. We got an ATIS, so it's 10 mile viz, few 1100. It's basically VFR. Altimeter 2949. Let's go ahead and set that up on our standby here. How do I set up? I want millip. I want what's it called? I want inch of mercury. Alright, well, we're going to leave that one alone. We'll set that up. Oh, wait. I think in this you're able to arm. Aren't you able to arm like the Boeing? Isn't there like a preset? I thought somewhere... Yeah, here it is. Right there. 2949. That's a newer feature. The older Airbuses don't have that feature, but all the Boeings for the most part do. So we'll do that. 2949. And let's see here. The wind is 230 at 16. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, really. So that's the weather. We're going to be using the ILS. Let's go over here. Landing performance. We'll sync the FMS, so it should grab to right, which it did. We'll sync the weather. It is dry. Flap full. I don't know what V pilot knots is, but we'll leave that alone. Land technique manual. Brake will be, I want to do BTV, but I guess manual. Reverse, sure. We'll sync that. We'll compute all that. And let's see, the landing weight it's calling for is 440,000 pounds. That doesn't make sense. Let me just verify here. So we'll be landing. Oh, yeah, we're landing with 13,000 basically pounds, and the zero fuel weight was 362,707 plus 13,100,000 pounds is 375,000 pounds. So delete all that. 375.0. Now we'll compute. There we go. Alrighty. Using 4,600 and we'll have an extra 5,400 available to us, so that's all working well. We are going to select, I believe, that button. No. Yes. And we're going to select, let's see if I remember to do this, plan. No. Is it plan or nav? And we're going to bring our scale all the way down. I know there's a way to do this. The BTV, the brake to vacate. But I do forget where it was. But don't tell me, I'm going to figure it out. If I don't figure it out, you don't learn. Airport map loading. That's a good sign. Let's see. We're going to try to plan to exit while that loads, if it ever loads. We're going to try to plan... 22 right. Alpha 3 should work quite well for us. Hopefully this works. There we go. Alrighty, so... 22 right. Alpha 3. Set brake to vacate exit, and I'll click that. Brake to vacate is armed. That's pretty cool. Alright, we can go back to ARC and expand our range again, back to normal. I love that. That's a really cool feature. Top of descent is coming up shortly there, guys. DW approach is up. Yes, sweet. We got one. I love flying the A350. Definitely had a performance growing pains, but it's really treat flying out. Yeah, now the performance has gotten finally fixed on it. It's really awesome. It's not... It's awesome. It's not that fun in a sim just because it does so much for you. Like would have more fun doing like a 7.3 or a 727 or the RJ just because it's a bit more manual involved. But it definitely is really cool still. Anyways, we have the weather. We have our weights and fields and all that great stuff planned out. Why don't we go ahead and go to the perf page. And we're going to click approach. And we'll fill all this stuff in here. So the wind is 230 at 16 knots. Oh, I'm gonna click that. Enter. That's annoying. 16. Enter. Outside air temperature in Celsius, 5 degrees. It's actually above 0. That's nice. So we'll enter that in. QNH is 29.49. Alright, barometric altitude on the minimum. 22 right, 22 right, 22 right, 22 right, 22 right, 22 right. Save that chart. It's going to be ILS 842. No temperature corrections required. Alright, it'll be flap full, 134 V approach of 139. That's all been set, so we're good on that. Last is to brief all you guys, so yeah, we shall give you guys an approach brief if you guys are ready to pull up the Ricky 2 arrival and the ILS Zulu. And I'll bring it up for you guys as well. Let's make it nighttime on the charts. Actually, let's end that poll. Dusk tonight. All right, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it the way it is then. All right, so we'll be doing the Ricky 2 arrival, and we'll expect runway 22 right is actually right there in the arrival star. Radar required. We do have approach online, so we should expect this. When we do the Porzol transition, we'll descend via the star most likely as it's brief there. The valley transition, and then the ILS Zulu with the valley transition. It'll be a visual backed up by the ILS Zulu, which is page 11-7 with effective date of January 30th. Lokes will be auto-tuned 1195 with final approach course of 216. The glide path check at Eater 2000. MDA of 842 set left and right with the MSA based on the DXO VOR 2,800 feet. Pitch approach is 1,100 feet, then climbing right turn to 4,000, upbound DXO VOR, radial of 297 to Dohut or Donut, and then we're going to hold there at Donut at 3,000 feet. In the event of the miss, I'll select the thrust levers into the Toga detent. That should sequence the FMS and all the flight director bars, and the airplane actually will fly it on autopilot, but maybe we'll hand fly it as well. That's basically it for that. 3 degree standard slope. Happy's on the right hand side, and then we're going to be exiting to the left hand side. 22 right there. Exiting left on Alpha 3 is our brake to vacate, but we might be able to make Alpha 2, or we'll make Alpha 2 as well. And if we miss all of that, then Alpha 1, but that shouldn't be a factor for today. Other than that, we're expecting to land with 13,000 pounds of fuel on board. The minimum in Detroit is 9,300, which means we're going to have an extra 4,000 pounds of gas. If we have to go miss, we have enough try for probably 1, maybe even 2 other VFR approaches. If they can really squeeze us in close, probably 2 approaches until we go to the alternate of Cleveland. And if it's not weather related, we can even drop the alternate and just keep trying in a mini if it's traffic or whatever beyond our control there. So that's all really I got for you. And you guys have any threats or anything, you can put them in the comments there. I'm trying to find the intensity lighting because that thing is bright as heck. Usually it's here in the Airbus. If I mistake, that's cabin pressure. We don't want to do anything with that. Roxy today. I think you're the one that got the joke. That do all of them? Oh, that does all of them. All right. Turn all these brightnesses down a little bit. Really appreciate all you guys staying with me and watching here. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Let's get the flight recorder started so we're able to have a replay of this landing. Be sure to hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Oh, you know what? Forgot to turn those off. What a noob. What a noob. 41,000 feet with landing lights on. Those are the wing lights. Those are pretty cool. Zebra got another butter in there. It's the third butter of the day. Okay, we're coming up to our top of descent. I'm gonna put 7,000 feet in here. After you get carpal tunnel. And looks like our top of descent is a good 5 miles away. Yeah, we can start it now, why not? So let's press the button inwards. And we got descent, thrust descent, Mach. When is your next CRJ flight? It might be even tomorrow we can do. I was thinking of doing some Lufthansa City or some SAS. Some European flights with the CRJ. Maybe we'll do like a Rome to Copenhagen or something. I know that's not a real SAS route with the RJ, but I'll make it a route. Or maybe Rome to Munich with the RJ would be cool. Gorgeous airplane. Would love to fly this one. To try DL connection ops in a Key West and Bahamas. Ooh. That's something to think about as well. Send me some routes in the Discord there. Look at the lights, the city lights there on the clouds. That looks really cool. Let's start bringing these brightness down again. Oh, maybe not. Let's not do that. You're gonna watch, no. Probably won't. Not big on that kind of stuff. Egregious. 2 teams feed a billionaire feeding them. Oh wait, it's Miami. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not big on whole sports. Unless Italy's in the World Cup, other than that, I really don't care. Guys like this like GoPro type view. It's like a just planes angle. This is the other just planes angle over here. This would be a great route for a 350, man. Like, it's not too long, it's not too far. I mean, obviously the overnight sucks, but like, it's just a nice little hour and like a little bit. It's kind of crazy that they need an aircraft this big on this route. Thank you guys so much for hitting those like buttons. If you guys are in the chat, haven't hit the like button, I really hope you do. It's free, and it only needs one press. It does help us with the algorithm as well. The elusive algorithms. All right, over there in Detroit, let's see where we're going to be parking here. why I can't find the flight I was replicating here anymore, but we'll just pick a random gate. Oh, and Detroit hopped offline. Awesome! They just see me coming. They're like, see ya. Later. This one is usually because they need 350 and MSP, or Detroit both are 350 bases. Ah, that makes sense. MSP to Detroit is the high volume. Got to get those Delta employees to work. Yeah, that's true. Would love to see CRJ out of EGPH. No idea where that even is. Where is there even a scenery for that? Was debating flying out of Detroit to overlap with you, but saw no controllers online. Yeah, there was someone online. They hopped off. A40 is pretty typical. All right, we'll park there. A40 it is. I'm gonna start saying chat like a real streamer. A40 it is, chat. There, now we're real streamers. Hope that doesn't start to lag my computer out. I have ground stuff already there. Well, because I think it's just ground online right now. Because he hopped off, I'm gonna get the CTAF freak. KDTW. And that's 35-0. And we punched in the ground frequency was 18. 075. He's online, right? I'm not making some stuff up here. Edinburgh. Oh, okay. That'd be kind of cool. What RJ flies that? See some clouds coming up ahead. Let's go ahead and do our wings and cowl anti-ice on. Oh god, would I click now? Nav PFT on backup. There. That's so annoying. Senior available? So cool. Yeah, what kind of roost do they do? What airline flies it? What kind of roost do they do over there, Knight? You don't think anyone's online? Alright. Well, we had our chance. Oh, that's MDW. Well, whoever that is, they got delivery tower and ground online. There's one airplane going to MDW. It's like, really? That guy saw me going to Detroit, got off, and went to went to that airport. Oh, all right, transition. Whoa, little lag there. 949. You guys sure you want the nighttime? You guys voted for this. We'll do it if you want it. Not much to look at, though. Unless, actually, you guys voted for dawn. So I guess it should be, or sorry, dusk tonight. So I guess you guys wanted more of that, like, sunset hour is what you probably wanted. Probably something like that. Do you have land to start? No. This is a stream, my friend. We do visually appealing things. I landed nighttime enough. I want to see where I'm going this time. Actually, I flew today. We did a, there was a 3 a.m. wake up, and we were supposed to do a Newark turn after we got home. But luckily, they threw that flight on an Embraer, and I got to go home. So I came home at like 7 in the morning and just zonked. So did my one flight home, and that was it. Man, this VNAV is cheating, man. You don't have to work. Can't wait to see Butter. The 350 is a butter machine, but I'll have to work on that for sure. Let's see if it still has the helium effect on landing. Alright, so I'm just testing because I just started my Moza profile, or Moza software. Yeah, we're probably gonna be going back to TAA, but I'll have to do some setting stuff again. And metro traffic is Delta 103, 13,000 setting 7,000 on the Ricky 2 arrival. And we're planning the ILS Zulu runway 22 right via Valley. Metro. You hope Newark reworked their terminals and gates, but in real life or in the sim? Thank you for the subscriber, whoever subscribed. If you're here, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Say hi in the chat if you are. IRL? Yeah, the Newark is definitely, in my opinion, one of the worst airports to go in and out of. Even on like a beautiful day, it's just always backed up. It's just because the runways are too close together and there's too many flights in and out. The airspace is congested. You play, but you don't have VATSIM. Plus, I have 2020. Oh, that's no worries. Yeah, you should try to get into VATSIM if you like it, if you want to. This is a gorgeous looking airplane though. I don't know, I just gotta make sure I'm good in school first. Yep, I feel free. Yeah, it's hard to get the time. Alright, well, we're coming up on 10,000 feet, so well, the landing lights on. We're going to be cleared to land, so we'll kind of just throw everything on, really. And we'll give the passengers here double ding. 2949 through 10 grand. It's set and cross-checked, and my gross weight calculation was completely off. I don't know actually how that makes sense.
Metro traffic Northwest 534, 10 miles outside of Dream, 1000, landing Isla Zulu, runway 22 right, Metro.
Metro traffic Delta 672, pushing back from gate Alpha 6 into uniform 9, facing runway 22,
whatever.
correction 21 right for departure. Metro traffic.
Completely forgot about this. This is really cool too. I wish it categorized the runways a bit better. Airplane's cheating, man. There's like, you don't have to do anything. All right, let's keep her going on down here. We're gonna set 3,000 feet. Metro traffic, it's Delta 103, 7,000, sending 3,000, approximately 25 nautical miles to the north of the field, Metro. Get the flight recorder all ready to go. Get her into flap 1 here. Sorry for the blinding light. Oh my god, what a great sound. Is there really a difference between 2020 and 24? Yes, there is. The visuals are much better on 24. Flip models are better as well. Detroit, Rock City. Probably lose subscribers doing that. All right, let's bring our landing symbologies up. What was that, I wonder? Did you get in late? You just can't wait? Alright guys, get your landing rates in the chat. Or your predictions, I should say. Definitely going to be a visual landing today. Negative 125, no pressure. There's never pressure. All right, let's switch over to the ILS approach chart. I probably could have cut that in a lot more, but I want Rob to fly the entire way around. Let's take off our engine and wing anti-ice here. All right, we're gonna wait on the approach just a little bit. We're gonna get more sorted on this extended center line, then we'll go ahead and click approach button and we'll grab the ILS or the loc there. There's runway in sight all the way in front. We're also at 20 miles back, so I like to be at least 15 or under when I press an approach button in the sim. And in real world too, actually. Detroit Metro, it's Delta 103, 15 mile final, 22 right, Metro. Alright, let's come over here, press the approach button. Loc glide so far, loc star.
Uniform 9, uniform, go from right, Victor, Mike, and Mike.
I never really understand people reading their taxi instructions out, because I'm not going to take the time to look up where you're going.
Field inbound ILS Zulu 22 right, Metro.
It's like rude. I'm right at the control cam for you guys. It's going to be dark in there a little bit because I have everything turned low in my house. Try to turn my Moza lights on here for you. Maybe not. Go back to vertical speed. We'll just do 200 feet per minute down. There's no real rush to get to 3,000 anyways, because we're just going to capture that glide slope. Beautiful. Wow, look at the wind on her today. It's got about probably 25 or so. No, let's see here, 42. Alrighty. I'd rather have wind than no wind, chat. Look at me being a streamer saying chat.
Metro traffic Northwest 534, 15 mile final, runway 22 right, Metro.
Alright, we got the approach speed has been selected. We can go ahead and select our flap 2. Which it seems like it already did for me. Andy, I completely disagree. You can see an airplane with your eyeballs, don't hit it. But that's my opinion. We're down.
2,500.
Let's check. Visual landing. If you need a taxi instruction to see an airplane, then I don't know, man. You gotta check your eyeballs out. Man, I missed the view to give you a cool little view. There we go, flap 3. What great sounds. And mission approach altitude set for 3,000 feet. Flap 45, or not 45, I'm doing CRJ. Flap full. Probably could have did a flap 3 landing.
Metro
But
traffic Northwest 534, 10 mile final, 50 right, Metro.
this is the literal difference between heading and track. That's my heading. That's my track. If that ever was confusing, that's how that works. Alright, well, let's go and earn our spoiler. We have our signs are on, cabins ready, landing gears down, flaps.
Descend. Descend.
Got DGAS RA going off.
Descend. Clear of convoy.
Well, that's always good. Ground spoilers are armed, land check is complete, we are clear to land, all our lights are on. Metro traffic, it's Delta 103, 5 mile final, runway 22 right, Metro. Get our taxi one up here if I can. There we go. Alrighty, let's take her. Autopilot is engaged.
672 crossing runway 27 right at both, then Victor.
Click, click, click. I'm just gonna get a general feel of how sensitive. Alright. I'm flying the 320 too much. Yeah, it's definitely windy. It's down to 36 knots down here. The METAR didn't report, the ATIS didn't report this wind.
Descend.
So...
Descend. Crossing. Descend.
Alright, we got TA only, so we shouldn't be getting an RA. But anyways, that makes me, if it's realistic, that tells me that the wind is going to start dropping off pretty dramatically here.
Clear of convoy.
Check. Flight director's a little hard to see, but we do have visual, so... There's that wind starting to drop off. There's 22 knots now.
Northwest 534, 5 mile final, runway 22 right, Metro.
I'm gonna bug up to 143 on the landing there. Stable. Correcting on the localizer.
$400. 300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
Landing. Ah, I didn't press record. Wait. I recorded.
60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 5.
Nice and stable and safe. Get her down. Alright. Disengage those auto brakes. That's not too bad. Their universe is pretty good. Alright, this is a big airplane, so we're going to take this exit nicely here. I kind of wish this went into track up mode, but we're right here at Alpha 3. Just as we planned. Should we make Rob go around? No, let's not do that.
672 approaching Mike 6 and taking off from line number taking off from the 1 right of Mike 6 to bearing 3 departure technical transition. Metro traffic.
Metro traffic Delta 103 is clear, 22 right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Okay, I turned way too much. I was trying to give you a cool cool, Wingby. Let's go ahead and get rid of our landing lights. So leave the taxi on. There we go. Where did Rob go? Oh, you already landed? Oh. That kind of sucks. Let's get our flaps to 0. I don't think you'd be able to hear those from in here. Disarm that spoiler there. Alright guys, you guys know the drill. I don't really do shutdowns, so we're going to go ahead and put our flaps literally right back down to full. And we will disconnect from the network here. Oop, we're gone. And I'm going to press stop recording. Wait till our flaps in full here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the replay. Not too bad. That wind definitely did start to die down as expected. So I bugged up my speed a little bit as there's going to be a pretty big shear off. And you saw the speed starting to go down. The auto thrust actually did a pretty poor job at maintaining that. But anyways, we'll press replay. I'm sorry, I got the replay quite late, but at least we got it in here. That's nice. Hold that nose off. That's actually the gear that you want to butter the most in the nose. Not because it's the weakest, but because we're sitting up front. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the lag. Alright. Let's make it a little brighter so you guys can see. Sorry for your eyeballs. That was a little hard. That's okay. It wasn't actually that bad. It was pretty decent. I'm happy with that. I'll take those ones all year long. Too bad I didn't get a different view of it here, but let's go ahead and do this. We'll go over here. We'll press 7, and we'll bring this one back. Look at that. That's gorgeous looking, except for all the lag. That got kind of sporty in 7.2? Yeah, I'm sure it did. It was an interesting wind. It literally just does drop off around 600 feet there. Well, I can confirm the helium effect, at least from that landing, is gone. It used to float forever, this thing. So that's really nice to see that they got rid of that, that you actually have to flare it a little bit more. I'm actually really happy about that. Zebra, thanks for stopping by, my friend. And we're going to end the stream here shortly as well. I'll give you a couple more replays, and then we are going to call it a night. Thank you so much for all you guys stopping by. And the streams are just going to get bigger and better from now on. So thank you guys so much for that. Alright guys, we'll leave you with one more, and we are going to call it a night. As I say, as usual, thank you so much. Expect some more content coming soon, and yeah, that's about it. Let's give you guys one more of these cool little flyby views. Wish I could keep it zoomed like that because it looks really good, but it just lags out. Are you a real CFI certified flight instructor? I used to be. I now fly the CRJ 900, so not anymore. Thank you, or not thank you, but thank goodness. All right, this will be the last replay of the night, guys, and we're gonna call it there. Thank you so much. Hit the like, subscribe. We'll see you probably tomorrow in the CRJ 900, possibly maybe a 320, depending on how lazy I am to reconfigure my entire setup for a CRJ. Maybe even the MD-11. I got that installed as well. So thank you guys so much. We will see you in the next one. Thanks to all the subs as well. Bye-bye for now.